Welcome, brave souls, to a world of mystery and fear, where the line between reality and nightmare is as thin as a whisper in dark. Our first story is The Vanishing Hitchhiker. On a foggy night, John was driving home on a deserted highway. As he turned a bend, he noticed a young woman standing by the roadside, drenched and shivering. Feeling sorry for her, he pulled over and offered her a ride. The woman silently nodded, climbed into the back seat, and gave him an address. As John drove, he tried to make small talk, but the woman only responded with brief nods and shake of head. When he glanced at the rearview mirror, he noticed her looking out of the window, her expression unreadable. Eventually, they reached the address she had given him, a small old house on the outskirts of the town. As John tried to tell her they had arrived, he realized the back seat was empty. Confused and a little shaken, he gave up and approached the house. An elderly lady answered the door. When John explained that he had picked up a young woman who had given this address, the woman's eyes swallowed up with tears. "That was my daughter," she said, her voice trembling. "She died in car accident on this road 10 years ago." John's blood ran cold. He realized he had given a ride to a ghost, a hitchhiker forever seeking a way to home. Our second story is The Babysitter and the Man Upstairs. It was crispy autumn evening, and a young babysitter named Lisa was watching two children in a large, crispy house. After tugging the kids into bed, she settled down on the couch with a bowl of popcorn to watch TV. As she flipped through channel, the phone rang. Lisa picked it up, expecting a call from parents checking in. "Have you checked on the children's?" a grief and bluffy noise asked. Lisa thought it was a prank call and hung up, but the call kept coming, each time asking the same question. Growing increasingly frightened, Lisa called the police. "We will track the call. Keep him on the line next time," the officer instructed. When the man called again, Lisa tried to keep him talking while the police tracked the call. Moments later, phone rang again, but this time it was the police. "Get out of the house now. The call is coming from inside the house." Lisa dropped the phone, heart pounding, and ran to grab the kids. As they flee into the night, they saw a figure emerging from the shadow inside the house. It was a man with a twisted smile holding a knife. Our third story is The Hook. On a warm summer night, a young couple parked at a secluded lover's lane, enjoying each other's company. The radio played softly in the background, but the moment was shattered by a news report. A dangerous criminal had escaped from a nearby institution. The man was described as having a hook for a hand. The girl, suddenly uneasy, asked her boyfriend to take her home. He laughed it off but eventually agreed. As they drove away, the radio crackled again, reminding them of escaped evict. When they arrived at the girl's house, she got out of the car but the boyfriend stayed inside. She tried to answer and asked him what was wrong, and his face was pale with shock. He silently pointed at the passenger door, where a bloody hook hung from the handle. The couple realized they had narrowly escaped a terrifying encounter with the criminal who had been luring nearby, ready to strike. Our fourth story is Bloody Mary. Late at night, a group of teenagers gathered for a sleepover. After telling ghost story, someone suggested them trying to summon Bloody Mary, a ghostly figure said to appear in mirror if her name is called 3 times. Despite their fear, they decided to do it. They huddled in the bathroom, turned off the light, and chanted Bloody Mary 3 times. At first, nothing happened, and they laughed nervously at their foolishness. But then the mirror fogged up, and a faint outline of a woman appeared. Her eyes hovered, and her mouth twisted in a scream. The teenagers screamed and stumbled out of the bathroom terrified. Later, they found scratches on the mirror as if someone had tried to claw their way through the glass. They never dared to try the ritual again, convinced they had come face to face with the very evil and powerful spirit. Have you liked the stories? What are your thoughts? Please like, share, and subscribe.